So your mom came here when?
She came in 1996.
Okay.
It was me. So my dad came in 95 first with a visa. And then me, my sister, and my mom. Tina, the one that's back
So
home.
you said he came here like on a work visa or something?
Yeah.
No, it was a visitor visa.
No, yeah. So he came
there's
on
a difference.
Yes,
Yeah, there's a difference. It was a visitor visa.
Okay.
The thing that happened with us is that we overstayed, but it's not that we overstayed not trying to
See you
legalize
tomorrow.
our status. We ran into hiccups trying to legalize our status.
Okay.
So yeah, my dad came first with the visitor visa, and then me, my mom, and my sister came with the visitor visa. And my parents were starting the process to legalize our status. In the process, obviously, lawyers, when they see foreign people and they try to, take advantage of them.
The lawyers did?
Yeah, they did. We spent a lot of money on lawyers for us to still be illegal up until just a few years ago.
So when did
It was a thing at that point. They got lucky. They knew what they were doing.
The thing is, so we had the lawyers, and then 9/11 happened. We're a Muslim family. So we're a Muslim family. They required all Muslim men, the NCers, to come and register. My dad was following protocol.
They required them to register for what?
To let America know that we have Muslim men here.
What?
Yes.
And my parents are the
9/11?
type that they're going to do everything they know they have to do. If they know that it's right, it needs to be done. If they know that there's something that needs to be done, they're going to do it. So in their mind, they said, "Oh, we have to do this," so they're going to go do it. They're not going to not do it.
Okay, so your dad went to register.
And then they put him in handcuffs and started the whole
When he
process.
went to the registration?
Yes. And then my mom was trying to defend him. And when she did, the ICE officer didn't like that she was defending him. So he took her passport that day. And that's when my mom's process started. And they said that we're going to send you a letter to show up in court in 30 days.
What was the charge?
Just because she spoke.
Because she spoke.
And she was pregnant with our little brother.
She was pregnant.
He said 30 days. She said, okay. I mean, he took her passport. She said, okay. We waited. They waited.
Well,
Nothing
you
came
said he said 30 days. He didn't
to get a court notice for her to show up in court. But we never received it. This was in 2001. We moved from that house to our new house in 2003. And we still hadn't received anything. And then in 2007, June 27th at 9 o'clock in the morning, ICE comes knocking on our door to come take our mom to jail.
And they did.
For 5 months.
What?
Yes. I was a junior. Tina was a freshman. She was still in
third grade. I was in second grade, going in third grade.
I remember.
Yeah.
And then our little brother.
I started third grade without my mom.
And so you had a little brother as well?
Yeah, we have a younger brother.
He has, we don't think of him any different. He's not any different, but he does have Down syndrome and a lot of other health issues. So that was also something that.
And he was 5 at that time. And he was, progressing, but in that time, he regressed. Yeah. We all regressed.
As soon as she left.
And that's where Tina regressed. Tina we didn't say bye. She didn't, and that hurt her.
Yeah.
And that took a toll on Tina.
Yeah, I witnessed it.
I know we were raised by great parents. Like our parents did everything they could for us. We couldn't ask for anything. But in that 5 months, we did lose our structure when we didn't have our mom. So Tina was going up. She was young. She was, that's how she met her husband.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he was already here. He was an American?
He's American, yeah.
Her husband was more so.
The crowd that she was around.
So, but it was over
Where
time.
Did you know? What year? I mean, what state are we talking about?
Ohio. We've been in Ohio our whole lives. We
gotcha.
came, born and raised in Ohio, me, and then they came from Morocco and been in Ohio the whole time. But it was more so like June 27, 2007, just like she said, 9 o'clock in the morning, they came, took my mom, and it was such a ruckus, and it was just too much going on. Like, they made her go in the bathroom to change. The 2 guards are by the door in our apartment that we call home. It was so weird to see our mom, who's usually cooking, cleaning, doing activities with
the neighborhood mom.
So all this happened from that moment when your dad went.
Yes. Yes.
And they say you're going to get some in 30 days, but years go by. Then
they
say
find her.
They say that she never got the notice, but they sent it to the wrong address.
Oh no, not one of those.
Yeah, they did. That's why she got her green card now, because they went all the way up to the Supreme Court and they realized that they did this to other people too. It did, the Sixth Circuit. Yep. Yep. So that's how, like I said, we kind of lost our structure there, because our mom, the mom, we come home, she's there taking care of us, telling us what to do. For 5 months, we didn't have that. So it was just like a domino effect after that.
Sarah here became our mother.
I did. I tried. I almost failed junior year.
No. I mean, she took on the role
for her
of a
to
mother.
say that.
And to this day, she still has that. But it was like she had.
How many years apart?
9 years.
Yeah.
I named her, actually.
Oh.
She did. She did. Yeah.
So let's get to your sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
sure.
she meets this guy that is in the wrong crowd.
Yep. So that's.
When
I'm
you
sorry,
all
I got
met him,
sidetracked.
You knew that he wasn't for her.
We didn't know about him until like she did that stuff on her own.
It
like,
was,
she knew, like, it wasn't something that we would do.
Okay.
Teenage years,
Yeah.
you
Right.
live and you tell what you want to tell, and you don't tell what you know you don't want to tell.
Yeah.
Because
So how did you all find out about him?
After the fact, it was a little bit down the road, and then we found out she was pregnant.
she graduated.
Oh,
She
yeah.
graduated high school.
Yeah, she did. She
Couple
did.
months go by.
Yeah.
She's pregnant.
Mhm.
First child.
I remember we found out in October, and
Yeah.
she graduated that summer, May, June.
Yeah.
Okay, so she has a child. It's a girl or
2.
boy.
The first kid was
first
a girl,
girl,
and
yep.
born in July 2012.
Okay.
She graduated 2011. We all knew that she was pregnant by October, and then she had her in July.
So when you have a child in these situations, the child is automatically a citizen, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, especially because her father's a citizen
Yeah.
as well.
the
They
father.
were born here. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
same.
automatically a citizen.
Same for me. I'm blessed to also have a U.S. citizenship as well, because I was
Okay.
born here. Me and my brother were born here.
All right. So your sister she didn't have a citizenship.
Well, me and her actually had DACA. Are you familiar with that?
I read about that.
That's what me and her, because we came here when we were younger with our parents.
All right.
We got the opportunity, which was a blessing,
Mhm.
to be able to
It
feel
was an amazing
like
program.
our friends.
Mhm.
We were able to try to go to school, try to drive. I didn't get my license until I was 22.
Yep.
Okay.
After with DACA. So I mean, we weren't able to do anything
Mhm.
until we got that card
Okay.
saying they can be here.
Now
But
that's the one that Obama put.
yes, yes,
Mhm. God bless him.
yes.
Wow.
And under DACA, you literally have to follow like a strict, like you cannot do anything wrong. You can't, like DUI, like nothing, anything like that.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, with her situation, her DACA got revoked, and that's why.
Okay, so her DACA got revoked. Why?
Because she unfortunately committed a crime, and thinking that she was going to be able to do her time and come home, which
She
wasn't.
She never came home.
You know
No, she
the
never
way
came
that
home.
the authorities speak things to you. It's in a tricking manner. So they will say something that makes you feel like, yes, this is the right way to go about it,
Mhm.
and then in the end, it's not going that way. So in her mind, she's gonna admit to what she did, serve her time, and she gets to go home to her kids, is what she thought. But
Okay.
she was on a plane when she called us.
Oh
So,
no.
Yeah.
How many years ago was this?
We haven't seen her
She-
since 2016.
2016.
August 2016.
She's back in Morocco.
Yes.
She's been there
So who is
since
she living
2007.
with?
She's herself right now. She definitely changed her whole life. She's a teacher over there, and she gives her students what she wants to give to her children.
Yeah.
She pushes through every day because of that.
Yeah, she lives every day with other kids.
So there's
other
no
than hers.
loophole in the law that allows a mom to not be separated from her children.
No, they didn't care. They don't care. We've tried. We while she was incarcerated, we got lawyers. We're trying to fight. Oh, no. I'm saying, because if there was loopholes, they wouldn't have taken our mom from our house
That
at 9
day.
o'clock in the morning. They don't care.
Where's your mom now?
She's at home. We're good.
Alhamdulillah, she's home.
Yeah, she's good. But because we had to fight for it.
Mhm.
If it wasn't for her posts and Lynn
Mhm.
and my mom, we could still be dealing with that. But luckily now, she's a
2007
permanent resident.
Was it
2017?
Mom got her permanent residence in 21, I think.
Okay, yeah.
It took over 15 years to get my mom her official.
15 years.
Yes. at least 15 years to get my mom her official status.
So what from here?
Mhm.
What from here? What are we doing?
These babies are struggling.
They're struggling
really
hard.
bad.
Because they
can't even
want
speak.
it.
Yeah. They literally can't. They just asked her a question about like, what do you want? What brings you here today?
Now, how
What
old are
brings
they?
you to DC? The oldest is turning 12 next month, and then the youngest is 10. But they don't even know how to like feel. They haven't had their mothers since they were babies, so toddlers.
Do they talk to her?
Yeah, we
Like,
definitely keep the contact.
FaceTime?
Yeah, but it's nothing like
Yes,
having
of
the
course.
mom.
Yeah.
When
I
you
mean,
know your mom
We
wants
went
you.
5 months.
Oh my God! And
We
it
went
was
5 months and
I can't go
we're
3
damaged.
days
Yeah,
without my mom.
I can't go one day. I live with my husband. I'm home every day. Like we've always been family oriented, but our mother, like our mother has been our mother and their mother. She was
their
with them
mother
every
is
single
that
day.
for them.
It was just she was ripped from them.
She told them she was gonna be back home, and
Yeah.
it's like she lied to them,
Mhm.
and that kills her every day.
Yeah.
She tells me that. She actually just told me that today.
And they're growing up now.
They're starting to realize we kept this from them for a while. Like we
Yeah.
didn't tell them exactly what happened to their
Oh.
mom until they know. Like
They're older now.
yeah,
Mhm.
I mean
Wow.
she's been gone. He was 2, she was 4.
Okay. So it was in the early days of the Trump administration,
Mm-hmm.
ICE began to target.
Okay, so
They revoked her DACA the day he got elected.
Who's that?
My sister. So she was in jail.
The day he got elected.
the day he got elected.
Yes.
Oh, here it is. Where you sent out the tweet. You
Mhm.
sent the tweet out, and you had a few hundred followers at the time, but your tweet went viral. It sparked a publicity and advocacy campaign. So, how did you know it was going viral? So there's somebody.
My app stopped working.
Wow.
I've never seen that many notifications in my life, and like it was Twitter. I've always used Twitter with like my friends at school, and then I'm like, okay, my app's not working, and then when it finally loaded, it was like hundreds. It was like hundreds of
Wow.
notifications. I was like, oh my goodness, and I'm running to my family like look, and me,
it's like
I'm over here, I'm
whirlwind,
happy.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm famous. Like I was younger at that time.
Right.
You didn't graduate yet.
I was,
'cause
yeah.
Tina was supposed to come home the day before she graduated. We were waiting for it.
It was it was my last day of my senior year that she was supposed to come home. She did not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I missed my walkout because I was in the car.
The walkout.
The senior walkout.
Yeah, I remember
I was in the
those
car
days.
getting the information about my sister.
My God.
Yeah.
So what's the Children Thrive Action Network? They featured her in the celebration of immigrant parents. It's been along 4 years.
Yeah, that's the campaign. There was a campaign that was done a couple
There's
years
been
ago.
multiple campaigns that like have used.
So
Tina's
when
story.
you did your Twitter and it went viral, who was like one of the people who actually was there for you out of all these people? Like,
So I actually had a few people from my high school at the moment helping my mentor, Mr. Caudill. I had a friend.
they were in
Cody.
Morocco?
No, here.
Here.
Yeah, in the States that were
Gotcha.
also helping us get the word out, going to the court buildings and all that stuff.
Okay.
And then Lynn
was
was the biggest.
How did you find her? She's absolutely
Lynn
awesome.
found us, and I swear it was the
Saved
biggest
our
blessing
life.
from God.
Yes.
Our family would not be where it's at right now without her.
She is so awesome. Her energy level.
Yeah,
was
she's
just-
an amazing human being. Yeah.
So was she able to get you a better lawyer?
I mean,
Because that seems like the problem is some of these lawyers.
No, she did. So she did get us Kim Alabasi.
Mhm.
She did get us Kim, and they worked with us. And that Kim was for my mom.
Okay.
Tina's not even like. So we were worrying about Tina and then still trying to legalize my mom.
Yeah, but when we were trying to, it was like towards the end of my mom, and then Tina's was really starting. So it was all like right.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So the lawyer that she got for you was working on Tina's case and your mom's case?
Yep, she did. Kim did work on both of them for a little bit.
So why did she think that it didn't work with Tina?
Because Tina had the conviction, whereas my mom didn't really have anything.
What was her conviction of?
So that's what goes back to the husband of all the way to the beginning of when my mom was taken from us. She had the 5 months of what you can call freedom of not, having my dad's working all the time to keep the roof over our
Of
head.
course.
She's going to school and still being a mom to our little brother, me, and Tina. Tina's a preteen. She's 15.
Not listening
Yeah,
to me.
So she's definitely not going to listen to her.
Mhm.
But either way, it's not like she was a bad kid. It was more so taking time to meet new people and over time.
Mhm.
Even when my mom came back, she continued with that crowd.
Where's the
Then
father?
she fell
Where's
in
her
love with
husband
him.
now?
Incarceration.
Did she ever marry
He's in
him?
prison.
No.
She didn't marry him.
No, she did marry
She
him,
did
but they're
marry him.
divorced. They divorced. Yeah,
They're
They
divorced
divorced
now.
after she went.
He divorced
he
her
divorced
after.
her after he got her into the situation.
Yeah, my sister's my best friend. We're all best friends, but like I was with my sister a lot more than she was because she was also.
Sorry, your table's a little dry. You want me to send out some sparkling water, like still water?
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Sparkling is
Water is fine. Regular water from.
still.
Water.
Yep, still thank you.
Yeah, that's. Thank you.
What was I saying? Oh, I was with my sister a lot more because she was working and I was still in school, and then my sister had her own place right next to my mom's house. So it was like, I'm always at my sister's
Right.
house. Yeah, so
Wow.
we were always together, and
Mhm.
I witnessed every single day with my sister the calls that every day on same time, and
Who's calling?
He was
her
abusive
husband.
to her.
Okay.
So
was
he
very
would call her
abusive to
from prison or jail or prison because it was always one or the other. He's always somewhere in that aspect. And he would manipulate her into doing things. He would literally be screaming at her all day, and then like, you don't do this, like,
This is what's gonna happen.
threatening. But then over time, it became brainwashing. It became
Yeah.
a point where she knew she had to do. Like, it was like there's nothing
So at
in
this
between.
point, she has the babies. She has the children.
She has, yeah, of course, yeah. So she has both
So
the
she's
kids.
taking care of the kids and doing what he tells her to do.
And I mean, obviously, I feel like I was more with my sister because she didn't have the husband and father of her kids like she should have. So obviously, she needed the help. And my mom, of course, helped and always had the kids. But I was with her too when she had to work or whatever it was. And I mean, I'm thankful I was. But I'm here to say that I witnessed everything. I would question her, and she would defend him. That's how I knew it was a problem, because you can't defend that type of behavior. So it was.
So what's it going to take now? A lawyer?
I don't know.
Something.
God, I don't know.
Congress,
As people,
Senator Brown,
we
somebody.
need
Who's
someone
Senator
with
Brown?
we need
He's
someone
in
with
Ohio?
Yeah, Sheriff Brown.
we need someone with the authority to say this mom deserves to come home to her kids, and the kids deserve to have their mom come home to them. That she should have never been taken from them in the first
So you
place.
feel like a senator can help? How?
He can definitely get her back over here. He has the will to do that. He can pardon her.
What's the guy's name that we went to LA? Who's the one who brought back from Jamaica?
Howard Bailey. Yeah.
Howard Bailey was brought back.
Howard Bailey?
Howard
Yeah, he was deported a few years ago.
Oh.
a while
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Senator Brown brought
No,
Howard
his
Bailey?
Senator Brown did
He
not
was
bring
deported like 13 years ago, and he was gone for like 8 to 10 years, and he's been back for a couple of years, something like that.
But it
like
went
that.
like all the way.
Did you see his case?
Yep.
I mean, were
actually,
you able to read his case?
Yeah, we were just in California
Oh,
earlier.
he's the
in
California
May.
case?
No, he's not a California. We did another seminar type thing
For
in
immigration,
California.
for the National
Okay.
Immigration Justice Center, we went there.
I would
and
like
he-
to read his case.
Definitely.
Just look him up, Howard Bailey.
That's
It's
going to show you
definitely- it's
how
gonna show you.
these people
He
with the
was a
authority that they
veteran.
have, that's how it's going to show you that they can actually
They can-
bring people back home.
Mm-hmm.
What we learned that trip is it's at their discretion. They have the power to do anything they want.
Let's put it like this:
Why do you
if
think
it was their mom,
They would
are
do
they going to
it.
bring their mom back, or are they
They
going to
would do
leave it? Or are they going to leave her?
If it was their
Right.
mom,
Or if it was their sister, their aunt, their grandma, if it was a mother figure in their life, whether it was a friend or blood or whatever, they have the right. Do you think they're going to bring him over or not?
So Howard Bailey, what's his nationality?
he's
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Okay.
But he served in the military. He's
U.S. military?
yes,
And they still deported him.
and they came
Oh,
back.
you mean he was in the military when they deported him?
No,
Or
he was
had
in the
been?
military.
He
He
had
had
been
been
in the
in the
So he had
Wow.
a charge
How?
of smoking marijuana first, but then that was already taken care of, and then he served in the military for 10 years, and then 10 years after the military, he has kids, wife, family,
Don't
business.
tell me they came back on the.
So
Yes,
they
they
came back
did.
on the marijuana charge and
Yes,
deported
they
him,
did.
and his kids to this day don't talk to him.
Yes, they did. Yep, they ruined his family
Why the children don't talk to him?
because they feel like their
They feel like
daddy.
Their life
left
is
them.
ruined,
Yeah,
and that is what these things do.
That's what
Like for
happens.
I don't. Yeah, we don't want them to think that their
Yeah.
mommy ruined their life because she loves them.
and we can't keep continuing to say and just saying things. They need action. They need to see. They need to see that this was not supposed to happen to them, that it happened, but we can fix it now. And we need someone like Sherrod Brown or a senator or someone with the authorities to help us do that.
Have you written a letter to Senator
Oh,
Brown?
We have letters from everyone has written letters. Everyone has done the petitions. Everyone has said something, posted on social media, texted, emailed, everything, called, all that.
So how did Howard Bailey get back? Was it a senator or somebody that helped him?
Yes, and
Yes.
they had a case. Yep.
It took him a couple years to get back, but in the end, it was a higher up person who saw his case and was like, he needs to come back home.
So we need some good immigration lawyers.
It's very expensive.
It's not just that, it's kind of hard because yes, they can call themselves immigration lawyers, but it's not as easy as it sounds.
Mm-hmm.
They can try, but it's still up to Congress for something to be implemented.
It's kind of like this specific situation is something new for each lawyer that comes across. It's like they can't handle it.
But when it's immigration and they know that they're dealing with someone who's not from here, there's probably a language barrier. They're not, you know what I mean?
I was reading that too, where it's like they don't have the interpreters and.
Yeah, I mean, they would say they have to pay the lawyer, and I'm like, so what are we paying for this time? And it was kind of like, we're just paying because they're the lawyer. You have to pay the lawyer, like, without knowing what work's been done. You gotta pay. You have to keep them as your lawyer, to be represented. Because what are we supposed to do? I'm not a lawyer.
So it's no way to like find anyone in Ohio, like on that level. Can you look cases up in Ohio?
Yes.
And see who's won and see who the lawyer was.
Yes, but that doesn't necessarily help us with her.
She would have told us if that was the case. You know what I mean? Like Lynn knows the ins and outs of the Ohio. Thank you. Of the Ohio immigration scene.
Mm-hmm.
So she got us with Kim, and Kim, she was able to get my mom legalized, my dad legalized.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we were blessed for that. For sure.
You know what I mean?
We're definitely thankful. We just we want to get to the point where we can stop fighting, because my family came here for a better life for all of us, and we are very thankful. Still a great life. But the whole time we were just fighting, simply just stay here where we call home. And now we have our kids who this is their home, and now they're fighting for their mom to come. So it's just kind of like, what do we do? This is what we're doing all this for. We're trying to find the right people.
Thank you.
So your sister Tina was here since she was 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand. If she was already here under that particular law, but somebody in there told me that that these aren't laws; they're like executive orders, and it's something different.
The DACA was an executive order.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So meaning that if a new president got elected, they could say,
could make another executive order.
They could just take this executive order.
They could literally make a way for people like us. I'm still DACA. I have to reapply every
3 years?
2 years. I have to apply this winter to renew my stuff. Pay $500 every time to be able to drive, work, and be like my peers, my
every
sister.
2 years.
Every 2 years.
And the process takes so long. Like you might end up.
You don't know if they're gonna reject it,
right? And then
you paid.
So each time that you do it, you have to hire a lawyer.
No, I do it myself. I've learned.
Thankfully, yeah.
So it's the same questions.
They changed the form just a little bit the last time I did it, but it wasn't nothing.
So once you reapply every 2 years, how long does it take for a ruling?
Mine usually takes about 3 to 4 months before I hear anything.
That's such anxiety.
Yeah,
living
and especially when it's about
to
expire, and you don't know if your job's gonna fire you, if your license is gonna be expired.
We work for the same company, and people are questioning me like, "What is Sarah talking about? What do you mean? Like, what is she saying?" I'm like, then I would get into the conversation of, "Oh my God, you
tell
serious?"
your business to people
every day. Every day.
What do you mean every day?
I mean, it's just when it comes up, Like, why do you have to do this?
Even though I have DACA, I still gotta walk on eggshells. It's still walking on eggshells. I don't know what I could be doing wrong that's gonna cause me to be where my sister is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened to her. Unfortunately, she just didn't think at the time. She thought with her heart and not her
I
head.
was gonna say, when that saying that you do things when you're in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That girl was
And
in
she
love.
didn't have
was
the
in
man with
love.
her
She
that was
was
going to
in
help her.
love. Huh?
She didn't have the right man that was going to help her.
Not at all. Because we tried, even when she was going through, we tried to like get her legalized with him and stuff, and he ended up divorcing her. I don't know how many trips while he was still incarcerated. I went and took paperwork, like, let's get this done. That's
Yeah.
the mother of your children. Like,
So if he had stayed married, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered.
unless he filed, there still wouldn't have mattered. Someone had to file for her, and he wasn't filing for her.
He could have filed for her.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Why would he get her in all this trouble and then not even want to help her?
Because he's still doing
what he's doing, and
But why
no
would
one
he-
else can have anything
He
more
don't
than
care
him.
about his children.
He claims he does, but no.
Because if he did, the mother would be here by now.
Right. So he could have really done a lot to help.
He could have said, "Hey, this was all my fault."
Yep.
And it's not like any time would be added on. It would just be like you taking the ownership to your actions, and this mother can come home to her your kids. You know, it could all be so simple. But now we're here. We're gonna travel to wherever we have to. We will take these kids wherever we have to. We'll talk to whoever we have to. We're at the point where we're gonna do whatever we need to get our sister here. We're gonna do it the right way, but we're not gonna stop until it's done.
Is there a contact where people can contact you if they want to help out, or even if I were to find a lawyer?
Yeah, I
in
can
my
give you my
field.
number, my
All
email,
my stuff is public because I do own a cleaning companies. Yeah, so all my information is public, but I would love to give you my information.
Okay.
Our information before we leave.
So when they sent her back, how old was she?
I'm sorry.
How old was she
2017.
when they sent
I
her?
was 27, so she was
24.
25. Yep.
24 years old.
Yeah, and I'm 25 right now, and I cannot even imagine.
They dropped her off in a country that she knows nothing about.
What do you mean?
They literally took her from jail, put her on the plane,
She didn't go to Morocco?
That's when they
and
called.
took her to Morocco, but she doesn't know it.
Oh, she never been to Morocco.
She left when she was young.
No.
And never went back. Yeah, but I mean, obviously.
So where they just dropped her off and
literally
We had to figure at 2:00 we're outside pacing, trying to figure out how we're gonna get her situated because.
Where did she go then?
Luckily,
Family?
yeah, my dad's brother was it Uncle Mustafa. Yeah, my dad's brother got her.
So tomorrow everybody's going to the Capitol.
Yep, we're going to see Sherrod Brown.
Who?
So we're supposed to be seeing Mr. Brown.
Oh, he's going to be there?
Yeah.
What's he doing there?
He works there. We're going to meet with him to talk about
That's
this
right.
stuff. Yeah.
He's an Ohio senator.
Yeah. And then we're meeting with Representative Mike Turner from Ohio too.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And the crazy thing is, we've been trying to get with Mike Turner since my mom's situation, and he's never answered us. So now we're about to get in his face.
I hope that one of them can help.
Oh no, it's good. Yeah.
I really do. I really hope one of them can help. You all stay strong.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us too. This is
No,
awesome.
thank you.
A great one, Senator Durbin from Illinois. He's great. He saved my mom from getting on the plane because they were ready to deport her.
How does somebody from another
She was
state?
in the airport how many times?
Three, yeah.
3 times. April 1st, 2009 or April 9, 2009. We helped my mom pack.
To leave us.
To leave at
And what
5 in
happened?
the morning.
They stopped she's literally
on
walking
the
to the plane, and they
did.
stopped her. They said no.
It was
they said
on the
you
news
could
and
stay.
everything.
Yeah.
And the senator from Chicago had a lot.
Senator Durbin has something to do with it.
Wow.
Senator
What
Voinovich.
made him do that?
My brother. I think he has a son that has Down syndrome too, and he kind of resonated with that.
Right.
Yeah.
She's getting on the plane, and they're like,
Yes.
"Oh, never
No.
mind."
Come back.
They said you have one more
The
year.
day they released
They said
her,
you have one more year, and then every year they said one more year. 2017, when this happened, they said you're in final deportation status. So that's when I had to really figure out do something. I've been asking anyone.
Ankle bracelet. We have to check in every week with ICE. Drive from Dayton to Columbus every week.
Every week.
Every week. This is what I was doing
And
every
do what?
week.
When you get there, what happened?
For them to tell her, "Oh, okay, go back home and come back in a week." With
Then
the
ended
ankle
up being on the
bracelet.
phone.
How long does she have to do that?
She did it for a year or so.
Just about.
What?
Just
Every
about.
week?
Every week.
Yep.
You could
The way
you
they
could
treat
see you could
people
see
in there,
what my mom
it's
looked like
bad.
then, and then what she looks like now.
it's bad.
It's you could see that they
They-
deteriorate you.
She still wakes up screaming in the middle of the night.
she's
Your mom
oh my
does?
mother's
Yes.
forever traumatized.
Yes.
Tina's forever traumatized.
Yes.
Tina also has the same thing that my mom has. They both wake up in the night with night terrors, screaming and crying, losing breath.
Yeah, this is what they do to people.
And I know
And I
there's
can
so
see-
many other people out there that's going through this. So it's kind of like, what
Well,
can
that's
we
what we
do?
gotta bring the light to it, because nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to live in fear all the time. And even if she's not here, but she's still living in fear because she's fearing, when is she gonna see her kids again?
Does her kids remember her love, like the
How long
feeling
has
of
it
it?
been since she's seen her children?
2016.
Oh,
8
Physically.
years, almost
Yeah, physically.
coming into August, almost 8 years.
that is so crazy.
Yeah, because we dropped her off before
August
it was the
2006.
beginning of my senior year. Then at the end of the senior year, she was gone.
Are you seeing other nationalities get differential treatment?
I feel like yes, the refugees that they decide to bring over here and provide everything for.
Like
Why
what
don't
we're hearing
you-
about in the news right now?
Huh?
Like what we're hearing in the news?
Yeah, that stuff. Like, why can't we just use the discretion for everyone else? Why
Mhm.
can't we look at the situation? Yes, people make mistakes,
Mhm.
but we're also human. If we can learn from them,
Mhm.
then we deserve that chance to be heard.
There's always a lot more to the story.
Yeah.
It's just
I
too
want
much.
you all to stay strong.
Thank you.
Seriously,
Inshallah
stay
we
strong.
will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I'll see you
I
later.
look forward
We
to
appreciate it.